It's recording now.
So what do you want to do?
I got it. We think of this is going to take place.
And just spell your first and last name.
Diallo-Sekou.
James, oh yeah, sure.
Take a small step back. All right, ready? Yeah.
You said S-E-K-I-U?
S-E-K-O-U.
K-O-U, thank you.
Yes, come a little farther forward.
Doing audio-wise.
Yeah, I guess we just do it like that. We're gonna give you a brief overview. You're gonna talk about what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, I'm James Muhammad. James Evans Muhammad. Okay. And we're speaking on behalf of the issues that have been going on in the black community for a long time. One of the issues is police brutality. Okay. The other issue is going on is police shooting that prompt numerous groups to come out. So first of all, we thank all the organizations, we thank the media for coming out. We thank the organizations from the New Black Panther Party. We thank other organizations like Black Warriors. The Kemetic Empire is taking the lead in organizing this. The Black Educators, the SCLC, and others. And so what prompted us to come out to develop a unity and combined effort to move forward in the black community to address the issue of police brutality. This recent murder, we call it a murder. Not justifiable homicide, it's a murder of one of our young people here in this community. And so with us coming together today, we're going to make a brief statement where we are. We're going to talk about where we're going and some events and issues that will be taking place. Okay, and that's what we want to do. And if there are any questions or answers, we're going to make it real brief. Okay? And I'm introducing Diallo-Sekou, who's the head of the Kemetic Empire.
First of all, the mother, she couldn't make it because of the emotional issues that are taking place. And it's right before the funeral, so she has a lot of things to be taken care of. So we have a brief statement from the attorney. Black Lawyers of Justice states that we are still in the process of a complete and thorough legal investigation into the murder of Vernelle Bing Jr. What we have uncovered thus far verifies that Vernelle Bing Jr. was killed without legal justification or cause by Officer Landreville on May 22nd. Officer Landreville and the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office must be held accountable for their actions. We will speak publicly on our findings on June 23rd. We allow his parents to grieve at this time. Statement by Attorneys Malik Z.Shabazz, Gregory Lattimore, Hanisi Muhammad, Esquire. That's it. Any questions?
Yes, we're talking about police brutality in this community. I want you guys to talk about it in general. You know, you all are out here, I think, what, 30 and 30, age 30 and up, but we're seeing a lot of shootings happen with the young people who I don't see any at all. Where's the problem at? Do you see a problem with the situation I'm talking about?
The problem with police brutality first starts with the police system itself. You're talking about over 60 decades called the Sheriff Department, where they've been getting away with justifiable homicide, which is basically execution of unarmed black men and women in this particular city. So you're dealing with something that's systemic. Remember, you came out of the Jim Crow era, and then those laws were basically institutionalized. So we have an issue there. So the other issue is dealing with the community issue is something that's different. When we're dealing with officials. So those officials have to have transparency and they have to be held accountable.
Do you see any issues, any responsibility that the black community takes?
The black community takes responsibility for the issues that it has. Not civil disobedience, but when officials can't take control of what the issues are, the community has to take control of its own issues, whatever that may be. Now, when it comes to economic security, when it comes to agriculture in this particular community, we have to take control of those issues. And officials can help out with that, those ones that we elect and those ones who have budgets set aside that'll help the north side or the east side.
And we should be honest, that Angela Corey, the legal system in Jacksonville has failed the black community. We also got to understand that the black community is targeted. Even President's candidate Hillary Clinton talked about super predators. So it makes it clear that young black males are being targeted. DWs driving while black. And so all of this is part of a problem, all because of a chase through a community on a traffic violation that ended in a young man's death. That's unacceptable. He was executed, and we should be very clear, it's murder.
How do you know that at this point?
How do we know that?
Based on the investigation.
That information will be coming out, as he said, on June 23rd. We will release that. If the Jacksonville Sheriff's Department release something before that, which I know they're not, then I would say very clearly the information we have is making it clear we want an indictment, we want an arrest, and we want to make sure it's taken to the full extent of the law. But that information, June 23rd, as Diallo has said.
Talk to us about the three recommendations by the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, one being body cameras, another being a Citizens Advisory Board. Talk to us about those recommendations and how that will help this community and all of the communities.
All right. Well, the thing about the Citizen Review Board is I've successfully set up a citizen review panel board. Some people call them board. It does work. Yes, so Sheriff Williams said he don't want to even maintain it won't work. But yes, there's cities in Atlanta and cities in major cities in Florida that have set up a citizen review board. And then body cameras will give accountability to keep us both safe from both sides. So, as far as addressing your issue, how you know it's murder, from the crash, when Mr. Bing exited the vehicle, he was not a threat. Remember this, the justifiable use of homicide, deadly force by law enforcement officers. They will talk about the top of it, they'll talk about the bottom of it. But the last words in justifiable use of deadly force says at last resort. When Mr. Bing stepped out of his car, he was not a threat, he was not armed. They also use judgment and murder, homicide, supposedly.
And this should be understood, unless they know what he said. Judge Granger in 1989 issued a Supreme Court decision that said shooting an unarmed felon is a capital offense by a law enforcement or non-law enforcement official if the person unarmed. So even if he is a felon, and we know he's not, but if he's fleeing and to shoot him in the back, and in this case he was shot in the head, it's not a lucky shot. It was an intentional shot because multiple shots were fired. To shoot someone in the head 22 feet away is exactly what it is, murder. It's not justifiable homicide.
This was an assassination, basically. This young man was assassinated, and Officer Berlander thought he would get off the hook. But this is a new day, and we're bringing about a change in Jacksonville. We want a total different relationship. The traditional black leadership have rubber stamped everything that has been done to the black community. So today we're asking for new leadership, and this represents some of that new leadership.
How soon should Officer Landreville be arrested?
As soon as possible.
This is what we're looking for. We're looking for the immediate arrest of this officer. And so we have plans on basically flooding the state attorney to get on and do a job, get this guy off the street. He's at home with his feet kicked up while you have a community that's grieving, outcrying. You have entire families that's in pain, and you got us that's begging. We drawing the line. We tired of it. That's it. We won't go unheard. We will get justice. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me.